Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome to the Runescape Wiki's combat money making guide for March. Now, I know with Feb we did miss Febs, but I thought it weren't worth doing two really close together. I'll just do one in March and hopefully that will cover for the past 2 months. So over the past 2 months we have noticed things starting to go up in price a little bit. We have noticed things like the higher end PVM sort of brackets. And starting off with this episode, Telos, its 200 kill streak at 4k in rage, it's back up to 223 mil, which is crazy really, because like Telos, you would have thought kind of how like Araxo and Virago are. Tier 92 has kind of slipped off a bit, like various things which are beat back to the power curve, yet Telos is still there in terms of a high performing boss, which is good to see. It's good to see that these different money making methods are still around years later as well. Thanks to the rebirth as well, has gone up 163.3 mil if you're able to do that in hard mode. And that is due to the price of the offhand and main hand going up a little bit, but mainly down to the Shard of Genesis having a big bounce and going up over recent weeks. We still have the standard methods like AOD, Zamorak, and Zook as well. Zook hard mode now 103 mil per hour. But in this series, we don't really aim towards the high tier PVM because I believe if you could do these PVM methods, you don't really need this kind of video to help you make a little bit more with combat. So what we normally do is we scroll down through the top tiers of the combat methods, and the first sort of method we normally sit on is the Ripper Demons. So Ripper Demons are here at 67.7 mil and is generally a pretty decent Slayer task at level 96 Slayer where you can go and make binding contracts. That's what the value of Ripper Demons are, the binding contracts, and as long as the Ripper Demon binding contracts are up in price, it's generally a very, very solid money making method. You do need to do it in a certain way though, which can be a little bit tricky in the wilderness to make sure you're doing it. But again, we are going to get a video sorted for a money making guide. I know I've said that now probably for 6 months, but I will get there and we'll definitely get one made for you guys because it's a really good method to make some cash. So the next one is kind of Raksha, which you can do on your own. Raksha's 55.5 mil, again, still holding price pretty firm. Same with Araxi, 47.6 mil, still very good ways to make some GP, even after the past couple of years of the boss being released. Moss Golems on task are 34.1 mil, and again, a very, very good task to be doing. Really good XP, really good drops, and once we see the Moss Golems off task, you'll realise how big of a boost that drop rate is on task compared to not having it. Blood Reavers, 33.3 mil, and these have been hit hard, but they are starting to bounce back a little bit. There was a time where Blood Reavers and Ripper Demons were sort of on the same level in terms of money making, but Blood Reavers have come down now. 33.3 mil though, for how easy they are to kill and how easy this method is to do though, is solid and a very good way to make some bank if you are looking to do so as well. So we have the normal mode Kerapak, 25.4 mil. We have Calvite King Solo, 25.4. And even though these two are a pretty reasonable skill level to do these, you can make just as much AFK and Hellhound making binding contracts, which this sums up Runescape 3's combat economy, is that because of binding contracts and things which are in demand, you can make just as much as those people who can do a higher tier level of PVM just by AFK and Hellhound and using some magic notepaper on the binding contracts. Dagon of Kings, a fantastic way to do like an early levels boss log at 22.1 mil for a higher level. Rings are still pretty solid and a pretty decent price, and because of that, that's why it's such a good price at the minute. 22.1 mil to do the Dagon of Kings log per hour is very good and outperforms something like killing Virago solo. So to do a solo Virago, you have to, in my opinion, be a pretty decent PVMer and someone who's doing either Dagon Kings, semi-AFK, or doing Hellhounds fully AFK is making more GP than you, which just doesn't make sense. Next though is up to 21.2 mil, and that's probably the highest I've seen next in a very, very long time. It's good to see that next still has value. And what they've done with things like Masterwork and Invention really has kept bosses like Nex alive. And hopefully, because of Virago and the weapons being used for the rune crafting stuff, hopefully that will have the same sort of effects where it keeps Virago. It's a very decent sort of level for people who want to do it for like just a bit of fun more than anything. Normal mode Sanctum is 18.7, which again for Sanctum is actually decent. Hellweir, high level, 17.4 mil, and that's mainly down to the wand and orb being used for the new Masterwork. Gargoyle, 17 mil, this is mainly down to the binding contracts, but if you're going to do binding contracts, do something like Hellhounds. They're easier and they're better, and you'll make more GP. Lava Strike ones, 15 mil per hour. Legions to make Ascension crossbows, so if you're looking to do this for a boss log as well, 14 mil per hour, it's probably the best it's been in a very long time. Vine Crawlers 13.9 mil, we have Sacred Oil 13.3, mid-level DKs 13.3, Osteus, really good boss to AFK, 13.3 mil there. Virago Duo, 12.9. Calgarian Demons, 11.8 mil, that will be for binding contracts. But again, things like Reavers, Rippers, and Hellhounds outperform it. Corrupted Scorpions on a Slayer task, 11.5 mil, because the key prices have gone up a bit. Again, a really good way to do some Slayer tasks is with Corrupted Scorpions. If you do get Corrupted Creatures, I probably see either the Scorpions or the Workers are going to be your best one. High level Greg, 10.9 mil. Caught Beast, 10.5. Barrows is still holding on to that 10 mil per hour, which is very nice to see. Rune Dragon Bones have gone up, so 9.8 mil per hour there. Abyssal Beasts, 9.2. And Nightmares, 9.7. Unspeakable Horrors, 9.2 mil. Very high there. And Capsari as well. 9 mil for Capsari is very, very good. Key prices are in demand, which is why things like the crossbows are more profits as well. So Moss Golems without a task is 8.3 mil per hour. Massive fall off, something like 25 mil per hour by not being able to do it on task. Telos 100 in Rage Claims is 7.7 mil. Eric 7.2, very solid there. That's up in price. Wyverns, the high level ones, 7 mil per hour. Abyssal Demons, as always, so good. 6.8 mil doing those with magic. Frost Dragons at 6 mil per hour. Akirian Mammoths, 5.9. Abyssal Demons with Necromancy, 5.9 mil as well. And Krill is 5.8. We have Kriara at 5.6 mil per hour. Adamant Dragons, 5 mil per hour is pretty good for Adamant Dragons. Like, don't often get to that price. Definitely a task I'd include at that price. Vile Lords and Vile Ladies, 4.7. We have Edamus at 4.5. Gandalf Beast, 4.2. Starting to get into like the Slayer tasks, but these Slayer tasks are pretty decent if you're getting the Slayer XP alongside them as well. Automatons, 4 mil per hour. Rorari, 3.9. We have Muspers as well, 3.8 mil. Spiritual Warriors, a really good one for you to play around Slayer Dungeon, 3.2 mil. And Dark Beast, just over 3 mil per hour. Warp Tortoises, 3 mil per hour. Killing Chickens, so this is going to be one of the big four where we sort of get to and just say, look, if you're going to do anything less than this, not really worth it. Killing Chickens, though, 2.3 mil per hour, which is just mad. Killing Chickens outperforms mid-level Hellware and Queen Black Dragon. Adolescent White Wolves, 2.1. We have Guards at just under 2.1 mil as well. Again, really good ways to make profit, low level for those two. And we have things like low-level Krill, Twin Furies at mid-level, and then Killing Pythons, 1.5. Rabbits, a little bit low this month, 1.5 mil for Rabbits, so again, even though they require a bit higher for rabbits, I would sort of look at things like chicken, the wolves and the guards, because they just seem to be significantly better. You need lesser stats to do chickens, and you're making nearly 1 mil more per hour just killing chickens as well. But that will wrap up this month's combat money making methods. I do think sort of the mid to lower tier on the branch here are definitely up in price. Some of these mid-level stuff, especially things like Aerits, Seekers and sort of like Abyssal Demons are up in price, so really good time to jump in and do some things. It does seem like the Slayer monsters especially do seem to be very good. Things like Adamant Dragons, Rune Dragons, the bone prices are up, so they'll make slaying those on a task a lot better compared to normal. And yeah, pretty decent to be fair. Decent month. Jump in and do some money making methods, but before you do anything, always check your margins. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you guys as well. Obviously, if there's things I can do in the videos differently, which can provide you guys more value, hope you guys have a bit more, let me know in the comments. I'll always try and make sure to do that as well. If there's any combat methods I've missed off, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything you guys are doing which is making even more money. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.